Good evening, friends, and welcome to part 14 of Horizon Forbidden West with a Therapist. 13 was a doozy, huh? That was really a lot for me to wrap my head around. It has only been 24 hours since we played that episode, and I was thinking about it all day. It's absolutely ridiculous. I am so excited to see what is in store for us. And I don't know what we're going to do this episode. Probably going to frolic around a little bit before we go to Vegas. But in the meantime, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, follow the links down below. You know the drill. You know I appreciate you so much for being here. And I hope that this episode will be very fulfilling and worth your time. Let's rock. Okay, there is another drone that I definitely want to go to. Up there. So I should walk by this campfire and go do that. I like to clean up my loose ends before I move to the next area, even though the next area is Las Vegas and I'm super pumped about it. Do. Love these free campfire travels. A little rainy up here.
Once again.
Good thing we're gonna talk to the weather subordinate function and get that sorted out. Eventually. Not that rain's bad. In fact, I could make an argument that rain is good. Alright, there's the drone. Let's figure out how to... Oh god. Also, so my theory that the blight was related to Hades has been taken down.
The drone down to grab the data. Maybe if I jump onto it?
Yeah, we already did that, Aloy. Remember? Come on over. Come over, baby. Hey, buddy. Oh, come on! What is that shit? No! Oh my god!
Going down!
There we go.
I should grab the drone's data now that it's down.
Yeah, you should. Beautiful. Beauty. Alright. Guess I might as well go explore whatever that is while I'm at it. That is very cool, her kicks. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'm honored by that.
The wreckage is scattered. The signal seems to be coming from...
Behind those vines. Which I can't do shit about right now. So we will file that away for later. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, so we got a black box there. Might as well just go up there real quick. Go see what all that's about. Or maybe... Oh, god damn it. This happened to me back in Zero Dawn as well. Selene, thank you for that gifted sub. Yeah. I love so much that this game gives you reason to explore things. It's just, it's so fantastic. Alright, let's go. Rock on, Aloy. Oh. I think this is a ram. Like, I don't think I'm riding a horse. I think I'm riding a ram. Like a bighorn or a bighorn sheep. Yeah. Gah! Dude, these things are freaking everywhere, man. Holy shit. All right. I don't have whatever underwater breathing apparatus I need. Ooh, there's a cauldron right there. All right, the Eclipse hideout. God, dude, there's so much to do. Are we on the way to Vegas yet? Not yet. Not yet.
Well, I've got some news for you.
Oh yeah? What do you got for me? Do tell. Oh, have a seat, darling.
I heard there's a cauldron southwest of here, and I thought about taking a peek. But with these old legs, if any machines stumbled out, I'd be a goner.
You'd better stay away then.
Well, guess what? That's where I was heading, so...
A cauldron to the southwest. It probably has machine overrides I could use.
Probably, Aloy. We were already heading there, so... Nice of that fine lady to remind us that we're on the right track. Alright. We got kangaroos running around out here. Campfire discovered. Good. Yeah. Let's go, I do want to know what... I want to know what's up there, too, but... What could... Oh, man. I really... Okay, so I gotta stop exploring shit like that until I get whatever thing is going to allow me to get rid of those, like, flower viney things.
A cauldron. Must be the one that Osram Delver mentioned. If I can reach its core, I should get enough data to override some new machines. It's not gonna back down!
Bam! In we go.
Should be able to hack this open.
Nice and easy. Yeah, these never get old, man.
No turning back once I'm inside.
Like, are you kidding me? Woo!
These ledges look like they'll hold up.
Climb those vents. Climb those vents. There you go, Aloy. Get up there. Get up there. Yeah. Into the triangular butthole.
Down it is. Cable seems sturdy enough.
Oh! Wow, you have much faith, Aloy. Oh boy. Remember that time Silence told me not to get myself killed and then I did? Let's do it again!
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
Oh shit!
Here we go again.
Woo! Jesus, Aloy.
That was fun. I need to find my way to the core.
Idiot. Be quieter next time. Alright. Got these vents again.
Hide me for a while.
Oh. Just hide me. Don't need to be hidden.
It's about to get loud. Should be able to get across if I hack that node near the gap.
These are so gorgeous. These must have been so fun to design, man. Like, the detail in this game is just incredible. Does Hephaestus have the capacity for fun? I don't know. Hephaestus seems to have a very weird definition of fun.
Shit.
Oh!
I'll have to find a different path.
Nah, that'll work. Oh! No, I can totally do this. Ah! So I don't know the answer to this, and don't spoil it if you do know the answer to this, but I don't know that Hephaestus made the cauldrons. I think the cauldrons were made, and then Hephaestus, like, powers them? I don't know that it matters. I do find it odd that there are machines patrolling the cauldrons.
More machines. I gotta find a way to the other side.
Wile E. Coyote made them? Yeah. Does feel that way. These things look like sort of xenomorphish. a great question for you. I don't know. All right. Up. Oh, baby. Whoa.
I have to get past this shield.
I appreciate how easily accessible these nodes
To
are.
the back of this corridor. That has to be the core.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
I should be able to climb these vents if I time it right.
Or just do this? Oh, really? Open up! There we go. All right. That doesn't look like it's particularly glidable. That might be.
Is this easy?
Makes this easy, she says. To die. Ha! Did it give it to me? It did. That's cool. All right. Do 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 do. I just want to appreciate the noise on that. Man, the sound design.
Maybe I can use that arm to get across.
Maybe.
Damn it!
What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?
Jumping onto that. Oh, so far so good.
Go!
Now I just need to jump off at the right time.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ooh. Whoa. It's amazing she can hold her balance on this. Whoa. All right, there we go.
Machines past that shield.
Oh, okay. Go down here. And do this. Maybe. Okay. All right. Come on. Oh shit, there's a crab in here. Oh god. Whoa! Okay. It's been a while since I did this. I guess I have 8, so I'm pretty sure this tree is done. Like, if I spec as much as I can, maybe not. Can't wait to use none of that.
Those metal carriers can get me closer to the core. But how do I reach them?
You even have that weapon? I don't know. Oh. So there were 2 ways that I could do that. Interesting. All right. Okay. Dude, the noise these oh god. I'm such a sucker for good sound design.
Could try getting to that arm below.
Good. Oh, I see. Okay.
Thanks. I can make that jump.
Yeah. All right. Go. Go. Climb, Aloy. Climb. Oh my god. Let's go. What are you doing? Let's go. Boy, these are janky.
That was close.
Okay.
I should be able to hitch a ride on these metal carriers from here.
More arms coming at us.
I made it this far. Just have to hold on a little longer.
Yep. Oh, baby.
I'm gonna have to get off this thing soon. Those arms can help me reach the core. I just have to get to them.
Howdy, arm. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh! Oh God. All right. That took some gusto. Okay.
I gotta time this right.
Drop.
Made it. More to go.
Yeah. Ah! Jesus. Her confidence is really something else. Jump! Oh, Aloy.
Those metal carriers should get me to the core.
Ugh. Good Lord.
I'm gonna get those machine overrides.
Ah! Okay. All right. Dude, Hephaestus is impressive, man.
I've never seen a machine stored like that. At least it's deactivated for now.
It's a wide maw held by a spider-looking thing.
There's the core. Now I just need to access it.
That noise is so smooth, so soothing. All right, let's go. God damn it, Aloy.
Guess I'm not getting those overrides without a fight. The machine's got backup. Should be able to access the core now.
All right.
Looks like Hephaestus has been upgrading the cauldron security grid.
Makes sense.
Should be able to override more machines with this.
Burrower, Scrounger, Grazer,
Some of the data's been corrupted.
Scrapper, I don't know,
Those overrides my focus. Doesn't
Fanghorn,
Must be machines I haven't seen
Wide
before.
Maw. Neat. We did it!
With the data I got from that core, I should be able to override this machine.
Why would I do that when I could just kill it? Oh, look at this. Look at this lighting. Oh my goodness. Woo! You kidding me? Alright, let's go see what the stupid old Eclipse are up to, because we're right around the corner. Man, oh man! Oh, you were in this cave the whole time. Oh boy, this is gonna get crazy. Let's go.
I can override bristlebacks. Ride them.
I can ride a bristleback? Okay. Alright. You got me intrigued, Aloy. Yeah! 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 Yes! Look at this hog. Yeah, oh god. Ride the bull. Yeah! I am way off the beaten path here. Yeah, put it up, put it up, put it up. Put it up, put it up, put it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These are the coordinates Vezra gave his henchmen in the Daunt. Time to see what
Oops.
Eclipse are up to.
Indeed. Yeah, dude. God, that's cool. All right.
I'll never see another storm too soon.
There's people here. Otaru. Are they being forced to excavate these ruins?
Sure looks like it. Slave labor is on the menu, boys.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Get out before they catch you.
Oh, wait, what are we, hold on. What are we doing here? This is the quest. Okay. Let's go this guy.
I can turn this around. Those machines look like they're overridden. We better be careful.
Whoa. Whoa!
Eclipse. They must be forcing the Utaru to work for them. I need to get into those ruins and find out what they're up to.
Tell me what you're...
Oh shit, yeah. Alright, we're going full Aloy Wick now. Maybe. Yeah, just keep working, guys. Don't worry about your personal safety. Damn, they really got you guys brainwashed. No self-preservation anymore. Holy
I
shit.
don't think I'm going anywhere until I deal with these guys. Can always count on a pack of scrappers to carve up any salvage. That's all of them.
Oh, now they're
I
freaked
need
out.
to get into these
Hey,
ruins.
I can help
Stop
you get in.
whatever this Vezra's doing.
Get me in, dog.
Let's
Let's
talk.
go. Let's
It
go,
won't open
Yef.
from this side. It's got some kind of special lock. Eclipse bastards.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
So, Vezra found an actual fortress to hole up in.
Listen. If you're here to stop them, you could sneak in from the upper scaffold. We haven't reinforced all of the southern wall yet. Vezra's holed up on the other side of the pit.
Who are you? And the others?
I'm Yef. All of us are Utaru. The Eclipse have been prowling the borders of Plainsong, snatching up anyone they can. Would have worked me to death if you hadn't shown up.
The others ran off. Will they be okay?
They'll run straight for Plainsong. No guarantees, but they'll probably make it. I'd be more worried about the ones still inside. They'll either be working or penned up.
I'll keep an eye out for them. So the Eclipse abducted you?
Yeah. I was out, exploring a couple weeks ago when they caught me.
Exploring?
Well, more like wandering and looking for scraps. Plainsong isn't such a fun place to be right now. Not much food. Not much to do. Of course, it's 1,000 times better than this cesspool. Next time, I'll stay closer to home.
Probably a good idea.
Any idea what's waiting for me inside?
Eclipse goons, killer machines, dangerous weapons from the old ones.
What kind of weapons?
You think they'd tell me? I was lucky to go a day without a beating. The leader's always droning on about wielding the ancient power of death.
That sounds bad. You should probably head back
And miss my chance to deliver some payback? I want to help.
Bro.
and stay here and let me handle the fighting. If I rescue anyone else inside, they'll be grateful to see a friendly face.
Nice.
Well, luck be with you then. Guess I'll just sit back and enjoy the show.
Probably a good idea, dude, unless you got an AR-15 like they do. You kicked the ladder down. That was a big help, buddy. It makes sense. Like, it makes sense that that guy would want to go in there like that. Like, revenge and vengeance is a way to control something that you have felt controlled by. Way to exert influence on something. People often think that there's a catharsis to delivering vengeance on people that have done them wrong, and to an extent there can be, but you got to be really careful to make sure that that impulse doesn't lead to you making a reckless decision, like him going in there with no armor and no weapon just because he wants to get one over on him. Like, you do got to keep your personal safety in mind when you're thinking about what would feel good. Like, you're not going to be around to feel good if you die because you were stupid about the way you were going about your vengeance.
Oh, look at all this. Must have been some battle the old ones fought here.
As we get music that sounds like The Last of Us.
All forward positions overrun. Can't raise USRC. Bottom line, we're dog meat. Any goddamn suggestions?
Still got an FAE. When the bots pour in, we detonate. Blow up a whole lot of tin cans. Take them with us.
Spiteful. I like it. Make it happen. See you in the sky, soldier.
If this is the bomb Vezra found, I really need to stop him.
Oh, well, okay, good.
Men are shadow. The blood and sweat of our slaves through this ancient battleground. And soon, we will reap our destiny.
Good, more propaganda. Nice. Damn, that arrow was right in his brain.
The old ones fought hard here. Looks like this place was under siege.
Right, I love when Eclipse guys monologue.
Fortress, we construct the foundation of our empire. We, privileged few, will rule over thousands.
Okay, despite the fact that it's irritating, it actually is very effective. Because if you continually force people to be exposed to the same messaging over and 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 over, even if they don't like it, it's going to get into their heads. Like, they're at least going to continue to hear the message. It's one of those things that, like, it's annoying at first and then you habituate to it, but then it's internalized. And it doesn't mean that these people are going to, like, actively follow the Eclipse protocol, but it is an effective way to get people to constantly be reminded. It's why, like in our times, it's why companies have certain jingles or sounds or things that you associate with them to get you to internalize them and associate them. It's like classical conditioning. So there is utility to having these things over the loudspeaker because you can't get away from it. It's going to bore its way into you. So it's annoying for us as an outsider. They have probably mostly tuned it out, but when those people go to bed at night, if that's all they've been hearing, it's going to run in their heads, whether they like it or not. It's brutal. And there are going to be some that are going to then buy in because it's in their head. Some might think that it starts to become an original idea, or they start to add their own subjective experience or values onto it, fill in some gaps, and take ownership of it. Others are going to fight against it, and they're going to hate it, and it's going to drive them insane. But you do it because it's effective.
That's my way in.
Sure is.
Quite an operation the Eclipse have here. Time to put an end to it.
Get out my Leviathan's breath.
That could do some damage.
Over there. Stop! Now! Hostile!
The hell? Who did that?
We burn by the harsh masses. We are free.
Oh, Jesus. What up, Birdie? Woo! Where'd you go?
So much for the guards. Now for their leader. Those speakers have to be connected to a power source somewhere. Probably inside that big structure. Bet that's where I'll find him.
Jesus.
And we won't stop this meridian. The known world will
Total prisoners.
An
I gotta
outlander?
let them out.
Who is
Quick.
she?
Help us!
Calm down, everyone. I'm gonna set you free.
Blessed thanks.
But I'm gonna loot this first. Calm down. People who have no reason to be calm right now.
Hang tight. I'll get you out of there. You're safe now. Get as far from here as you can.
But what will you do?
Clean up this mess.
Alone?
That's certain death.
Sure. For the bad guys. All of you, find a place to hide while I finish this.
Yeah, I got in here,
Now,
didn't I?
Take care of Vezra.
Time's up. Warbots are right outside. Inputting detonation sequence. Alpha, Charlie, Echo. Shit! Safety switches won't disengage. No time to do it manually. It's over. I failed. God, if you're listening, look out for my little girl.
Wow. That sucks. Jesus, man, you put all that preparation in, you've like embraced death in a certain way, and then it mechanical failure. And you like know your demise is on the horizon. That, man.
The arts of the old ones are mine alone to command. By mastering them, I will secure our future.
Maybe you should secure your hideout first.
The savior of Meridian. How kind of you to deliver.
Shut up, Vezra. It's over.
Thank you, Aloy.
Hardly. You may have driven us from the Sundom, but now is the time for revenge.
Oh, what a little bitch. You're gonna sick your robot on me?
That Ravager isn't gonna make things easy. I gotta take it out, fast.
What I wouldn't give to watch you die.
You'd have to try a lot harder for that.
Not with this. We'll both be gone in an instant.
Go! Hope this rock's good enough.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I hoped you just beat the snot out of these bastards, but this is beautiful.
The others. I told them to hide. Are they?
Everyone's okay. They all found a safe place. I figure we'll camp out here until we get our strength back up. Then I'll take everyone back to Plainsong.
Thanks, Yef.
Listen, sometimes during his ramblings, Vezra mentioned his former comrades. Said they'd arrive any day now. Are we safe?
I don't know. But I intend to find out.
I appreciate Aloy being honest there. Really, really appreciate that. There is a tendency sometimes to want to overly reassure people that things are cool just because you feel this compulsion to reassure them. And sometimes honesty is the better policy. Like, this guy shouldn't just immediately be like, oh, yeah, okay, cool, we're safe now because Aloy told me we are. Like, he needs to keep his guard up. And Aloy not knowing the answer to that is good. Like, it's a small thing, but you'd probably be surprised how often people in that moment would go in the direction of saying, like, yeah, man, you're good, we're safe. Instead of being like, no, not necessarily. I don't really know. Like, there's real value in saying you don't know. And one thing I appreciate about Aloy is that she will say she doesn't know when she doesn't know.
It looks like Vezra spent some time in here. I'll take a look around. Find out if there's any more clips we need to worry about.
Okay. For two things. First, I'd like to thank all of you for watching this playthrough and for being here. It means a lot. Glad that you're following along. I get questions a lot about why do I play on story mode, and just really quickly, I want to answer the question in the simplest way I possibly can. Aloy is going to win that fight regardless in order for the game to progress. So, because beyond the fact that these playthroughs are only about me doing the analysis, it's a waste of time for me to play it on hard, because it's not like I'm playing an Iron Man run where if Aloy dies, the playthrough is over, which would give it way more stakes if I was playing on the harder mode. All it does is just prolong the inevitable. If I die 5 times, then I'm going to win on the 6th. So why not just win on the 1st and get it over with and get past the most uninteresting part of the game and get to the good shit? Like, that's my philosophy on this. Like, I like playing games that are difficult, but it's just kind of the difficulty doesn't do anything for me as it relates to these playthroughs. So that's why I play on the easy mode.
Loyal Eclipse, if you're seeing this, it means you've left the Sundom in search of something to follow. Your journey is almost over. Follow the sun beyond the gates of barren light, and bask in the glow of future conquest. A new empire awaits.
I've seen this before. I think that's the last of them. Check what my focus sees, maybe.
I left word in the Daunt. If the others are still alive, they'll find it and try to join me here.
Not if I take them out first, which I did.
Five tribes. 5 bombs. That's what I need. With their capitals in ruins, they will have no choice but to submit to my rule.
I'll say this for Vezra. He dreamed big.
Yeah, Vets
Guess
was
that's
pretty
all I
lame.
need to know. I should talk to Yef. Let him know what I found.
Like, he's just like,
I just want to control everybody. I just want to have power. Power is so cool, man. I'm just like such a badass. Like, I feel like so good when people submit to my will, not by choice, but because I'm a total asshat that like puts them in a position where they have to. Like, that's so cool. So badass, man. Such a baller.
What did you find?
Vezra's comrades are dead. The Utaru have nothing to fear from the eclipse anymore. And neither does the rest of the world.
Well then. Can't imagine there's anything a scrawny forager like me could ever do for someone like you, but if you ever need a favor, you can find us in Plainsong. I hope you make it there.
You betcha, buddy. All right. All right, so Shadow's Reach is done. I am somewhat intrigued by the idea of going back to Plainsong just to see. So I'm gonna do that. Just to see how folks are doing.
Charming as ever.
And sure enough, there's an exclamation point up here. We have to be level 21 before we go to Vegas.
Please. One more search.
Let this go, Bree.
There is nothing to be done. The river will carry her seeds.
We can't give up. If we just...
Enough!
What's going on here?
You're the one who spoke before the chorus. Maybe you can help.
This is not your concern, Outlander. Have we not tolerated enough of your intrusions?
I think you can handle one more. What is it?
My wife, Kalai. She was to join the chorus. She went up to the promontory to perform the rite of discovery, but she must have fallen. And now they are abandoning the search.
We have done enough, Bree. The search party found nothing but her instrument broken beside the riverbed.
And atop the promontory was only the dye she used for the ritual. We will not ask more of our people to risk their lives because of one woman's stubbornness.
But the seed she carried deserved to be planted and remembered.
You know, again, this is the Utaru. It's interesting how much the Utaru bring up these conversations about like resources, because this is one of those things where if you take into account both sides of the argument, they both make sense. Like if this guy believes, maybe he doesn't necessarily believe that his wife is alive, but believes that the seeds need to be planted. But in order for that to be recovered, the Utaru tribe has to devote significant amounts of resources and put others at risk in order to do it. Like you can understand why this guy would want them to keep pushing. Unfortunately, at some point, if you are part of a society or group that does not possess the resources to be able to do something like that for every single individual, there are going to be boundaries that have to be set. It's one of the impossible positions of a person in power. So even though the guy who is like on the chorus, who's the leader, is kind of snobby and not particularly nice to Aloy, I do understand the frustration that would come along with being in that position. This guy's really passionate about about his subjective experience, as any of us should be. And also, there are limited resources. You do have to be mindful of the way that you allocate people and money. And if they have already devoted some resources to recover what they could, and they discovered some of this information that they've relayed to him, but do not possess the resources to push further, it creates a logjam. Because if this guy really believes that that person that the seeds are still out there or whatever, like, he's welcome to pursue it on his own so long as he doesn't put others at risk. But there is going to be a limitation to what they can provide, and that can be really frustrating. But ultimately, like, a lot of us like to believe that the greater systems that we're embedded in are going to care about the things that are very important to us as much as we do. And the reality is they won't. Like, nobody's going to care as much about his wife's seeds as he does. And that doesn't make the leadership terrible people. It means that the leadership are people that have to make very tough decisions and do what they can with the resources that they have. And it creates just a really shitty situation. And at some point, this guy's going to have to decide if he wants to take it on his own. So I appreciate that they devoted some resources to trying to figure this out and did what they could. At least it seems like it. And there's got to be sort of a mutual understanding of the impasse, and that there's really no good outcome here. Because if they over-devote resources to something that's really not going to bear any fruit, that's not good either. It's really hard to know where the line is. It's not a science. It's an art. And that's hopefully why the Utaru vote for who's going to be in a position of power is basically saying, I trust that you'll make these tough decisions, particularly when they're tough.
I heard how you helped the Land God, Ray. How you saw what no one else could. Please, will you look for her seed pouch?
False hope is a creeping vine.
Well, I don't know that we needed that comment, ma'am.
Kalai was carrying a pouch of seeds?
Every Utaru keeps one. We choose the seeds at a young age, taken from the plants of our forebears or those of other significance. And when one passes, their seeds are returned to the land that nourished them, so that life may spring again. Which is why I want Kalai's pouch. Her seeds deserve to be planted in Plainsong.
The river will carry the seeds to new soil, where they will take root and flower.
But they won't be at home.
It's the best we can hope for.
Hope is a creeping vine, bro. Didn't you just hear your grandma say that?
The rite of discovery. What is it exactly?
It's a pilgrimage to the Promontoria. The place where the first Utaru beheld Plainsong. Kalai was to follow the path our ancestors took. Mark her eyes with dye and then play her song while overlooking the land. She then would have added her mark on the promontory itself, joining the marks of those who came before. Every new chorus member used to make the journey. But because of the derangement, the practice has been abandoned. Too dangerous. No one's done it for years.
Then why did she do it?
We all urged her not to. But, as was her way, she ignored our warnings.
She thought it would lend strength to her point of view. She needed to prove that she respected the old ways, even as she advocated against them. Then maybe more people would listen.
Look, man, I'm not really trying to get involved in all that. I could go find your pouch with my focus, but this is getting a little out of my depth to where I would detriangulate myself and be like, okay, you guys got a lot of shit going on here that I don't understand. You want me to go find your seed pouch or not?
What were Kalai's political beliefs?
Radical. You would have gotten along.
Easy, killer.
Plainsong is dying. But Kalai believed we don't have to die with it. As the wind carries the seed to distant lands. She proposed that the Utaru leave Plainsong and seek out a new home.
We are bound to this land. A tree cannot pick up its roots, even as fire approaches.
Oh, boy.
But you're not trees.
It doesn't matter now.
Aloy's not wrong. That's their, I mean, it's one of the, again, it's not Aloy's role to get involved in the political and spiritual beliefs of the Utaru. Like, you could poke holes in any doctrine. Any. That's not, not my place to tell them what's right or wrong. They believe what they believe, and I got my own mission here.
How was Kalai chosen to join the chorus?
The chorus chooses its own, but they can't do so in isolation. They must listen to the people. Kalai was a growing voice for new ideas instead of old traditions, and her beliefs were catching on.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot deafen ourselves to dissonance, unpleasant though it might be.
So you had to admit Kalai, or risk legitimizing her ideas even more.
The Outlander catches on.
Yeah. I actually admire that guy was willing to say that distance is uncomfortable and you gotta lean into it. Like, I do admire that. I already talked in a past episode about why people become more conservative as they get older, so I'm not gonna rehash that conversation here, but that was, you know, these people aren't dumb. They're just jammed.
If I'm out that way, I can take a look around.
Thank you. The promontory is northeast of here. Look for the broken bridge at the bottom of the cliffs, right at the promontory's base. That's where the search party found her instrument.
Okay. That all right with you?
How you waste your time is not my concern.
Searching for what the land has already reclaimed is fruitless.
Okay, errand. Oh, good. I already went up there. I mean, it's just so much easier to just be like, I don't know what's going to happen. But when you make a decision about how something's going to go before it happens, you just... It's so lazy. It's so lazy.
Wings holding up?
They just be like, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it'll bear fruit, maybe it won't. But we're not going to devote any more resources to it and call it a day. That's all you got to do. What is that guy? Oh, I'm using the... God damn it. I'm using Leviathan's breath. I don't want to use Leviathan's breath. I held out a little too long. Good try, man. You really helped there. Good job. And I helped. Alrighty. Up we go.
Looks like Kalai and the search party took down a few machines when they were here. There's the broken bridge.
Damn it.
Before I can look around. Sorry.
Oh, God! Whoa! Didn't see that move coming.
Now to look for Kalai's seed pouch. I better start at the bridge.
All right, level 21. Going to Vegas, baby. Investigate the bridge. Yep, it's a bridge. Yep. The good used to be Hardy Bridge. I'm sure it really did bridge things for a while. Doesn't seem like it does bridge things anymore.
A lot of footprints. Must be from the search party.
Investigate the bridge, but not the bridge, actually.
Bree said this is where they found his wife's instrument. The search party concluded Kalai's body was probably carried away by the river. But from up there, that old tree would have caught her. I don't think she actually fell. I should check up at the promontory. Maybe the search party missed something.
Uh-oh.
It looks like the search party took the trail under the stone arch. That must be the way up to the promontory.
Something's fishy. Was she too extreme for them? So they pushed her off a cliff and covered it up. Uh-oh.
Debris. There must have been another path up. Guess Kalai and the search party climbed the cliff instead. This broke off some time ago. Why do I get the feeling this isn't going to be an easy trail to follow?
Uh-oh!
Take this to a dyer later.
Uh-oh!
An old Utaru trailhead. Looks like this is where the Rite of Discovery started.
All right. Okay. Well, just got very dark all of a sudden. Day-night cycles haul ass up here. How fast that moon's moving. Come on up, son. That moon's got places to be? Yeah, it's coming down on Clocktown. Yep. Dawn of the first day. Dawn of the second day. Let's go. Let's wrap this shit up. Dawn of the third day. What's up, Widgie? Good to see you.
On the trail. It looks like pieces of a bridge. Looks like this fell down here a long time ago. Maybe from a storm.
Okay. Or the Utaru just have janky engineering. They don't have that. They don't have that Oseram engineering prowess.
If Kalai made it to the top, she must have been a good climber. It doesn't add up that she fell.
I don't know, Aloy. You fell in the
This must be the
cauldron.
promontory. Looks like Kalai was doing something at that stone table. I should take a look. Flowers. Ground into a dye. Kalai must have done this as part of her ritual. I should look around. My focus will help me figure out what happened to her. There's Plainsong. Just like the first Utaru saw it. The search party was up here, all right. There's There's too many tracks to pick out Kalai's. These flowers have a trace of something on their petals. The dye Kalai was wearing. Looks like it left a trail. Too faint for the search party to have noticed, but my focus can pick it up. There's the dye trail. Looks like it leads away from the cliff edge. Dye trail ends here, with a lot of broken branches. I should take a closer look. Branches were snapped off recently. From some kind of struggle? And over here, drag marks. Looks like they lead through this thicket. I can follow them with my focus.
Okay.
Two bodies?
No! Yikes.
One must be Kalai, but who's the other woman? Kalai.
Wake up!
Those marks on her neck. She was strangled.
Oof.
At least I can return her seed pouch to Bree. So the killer must have tried to push Kalai off the cliff. That's why the search party found her instrument by the river. But Kalai fought back. So the killer strangled her. And then dragged her here.
Oh.
Well,
hey, kitty.
Guess they were just like a killer bird.
Heart's flying!
I think this fight's over. The stalker's got a friend. Just what I needed.
Not even hard.
Okay. I better grab the killer's seed pouch. Might help identify her.
This is the killer.
Maybe Fane and Carol back in Plainsong will know who the seed pouch belongs to. Don't find green shine too often. This might have been the way the first Utaru climbed down the mountain. Looks like most of the path is crumbled away.
Uh-oh. Guess I'll have to use my cool hang glider. I wonder how far I can get with it. You gonna get all the way down to those red fields down there? Kind of interested in trying it. Let's see if we can do this. Get out of here. Goodbye. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. I'm not gonna make it all the way to that field. Am I even gonna clear this rock? Oh no. Go, 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 go. What if that was like my big break? Like, what if that person legitimately was about to, like, change my life? No, Aloy!
Sliding in.
And I'm just like, nah, get out of here. We'll never know. Yep, you know, god damn it. I really just, you blew it! You blew it, DrMick. Oh, what up? Get on my hog. Yeah. Dude, these people are gonna freak out when I come into Plainsong riding a bristleback. Look at this thing. Look at the cheeks on this thing, man. Look at the little loins. I'm speeding in here. Look at this. Look at my hog.
I'll leave you here.
Don't worry, he's friendly.
Plenty of menacing machines out there, Easterner.
That she's like, yo, what are we doing here? Alright. Let's go see. Let's go find out. This is the find out part of the F round.
We all lament Kalay's death, but perhaps
Howdy,
it's
folks.
time to move on.
No, not until I hear from Aloy.
Alright, Sandals.
That's Kalai's. You found it.
Bree. Kalai didn't fall. She was murdered.
What?
I went up to the promontory. I found Kalai and the body of the woman who killed her.
That's impossible. The search party already checked up there. There was nothing.
Assimilation! Friends, this is going to be the time in the playthrough where I talk about the difference between assimilation and accommodation, because it's one of my favorite cognitive things that exists, and if you want to learn more about it, you should watch my cognitive schema lecture here on YouTube. But I would like to talk about the impossible that this guy just gave us. Our expectations and our experiences are two very important ways in which our brain navigates the environment. And when we have a certain set of expectations that are at varying degrees of strength, that we then have an experience that is in violation of that expectation, we experience something that is called aversive arousal. The layman's term, or the easier way to think about it, is anxiety, which is essentially where my current experience is incongruous with what I was expecting was going to happen. So when this guy sent the search party and got a certain piece of information about what the search party uncovered, this guy started to file things away into a certain expectation in terms of like an explanation of what it is that happened. And he went with it. He created a schema for the event itself. And basically was like, yep, all right, well, you know, she fell and went into the river and her seed went down and washed ashore and it's going to plant a tree and there we go. Cool, sweet. But now our beloved chorus guy is having an experience that is in violation to that expectation. Aloy has provided new information that cuts across that. So this guy's experiencing aversive arousal. Well, what happens when we experience aversive arousal is we engage in a thing called inconsistency compensation, which is a big fancy way of saying our brain is now presented with a choice of how it wants to square that up. The two most common ways in which humans will square this up are in a form of assimilation and accommodation. Assimilation is where a human attempts to preserve their expectations by, in some ways, denying the experience or trying to explain the experience through that pre-existing explanation. Whereas accommodation is where you change your expectations as the result of a dissonant experience. Accommodation is much more difficult, it takes a lot more cognitive effort, and it also requires a degree of distress tolerance. Assimilation is a lot easier. So, if you are curious, I would encourage you to go back and watch that part again before I say this next part, because I'm going to explain the process of what just happened with him. So his pre-existing explanation for what happened was she fell. Aloy presents dissonant information that creates an experience that runs incongruous to that, so he experiences aversive arousal. And as a form of inconsistency compensation to try to mitigate that anxiety and aversive arousal, he says, that's impossible. We sent a search party up and they got the information they needed, so what you're saying is bullshit. And what that does is it preserves his preconceived notion, his schema about the event of how Kalai died. So he doesn't have to do any effort to like reconsider his position. It's a lot easier for him to just be like, nope, that couldn't possibly be true. It's not so. So he gets to preserve that and he gets to go on about his life. Had he chosen to accommodate, what he would do there is say, whoa, that's very interesting. I sent a search party up there and was under the impression that they did a very thorough job, but you're telling me something different, and I would be curious to know how you came to that conclusion. I'm going to potentially alter my expectations of what it is that possibly happened. It does not mean that he has to believe that what Aloy said is true, but what it means is that he considers the possibility that he may not be fully locked in as it relates to what it is that he's expecting. And again, if you want an in-depth conversation about this and how this works, including more types of inconsistency compensation, I encourage you to watch my YouTube video about it. But it's fascinating to watch how fast assimilation happens. And what it does is it stymies conversation and progression, because it's way easier for us to try to preserve what we think we already know versus enter something new like that. And the older we get, the harder it gets, because we don't possess the cognitive and brain plasticity to really easily do that, which is why you have to intentionally force yourself to do it. Doesn't mean he has to go on the reverse. It just means he has to consider the possibility that perhaps his preconceived notions are not airtight. That if you make a concerted effort to do that in your life, you will find that your cognitive flexibility lasts a lot longer than the people around you who get very stubborn about their ideas.
Bodies were in a separate clearing, away from where the search party checked. A stalker had mauled her while she was trying to hide Kalai's body.
Who was she?
I was hoping you would know. I brought back her seed pouch.
Oh boy.
It belongs to Lina, Kel's apprentice. I don't understand. Why would she do this?
Maybe we should ask Kel.
But she... You, there. Where is Kel?
I saw her leave out the east gate about an hour ago.
She's going home. Summerwind.
She's running away? She needs to stand trial.
I can catch her. Where is this place?
Look for a ruined settlement at our southern border. It's her childhood home. We will get the guards and try to catch up with you.
Okay, so Aloy then presents a preponderance of evidence that then ties to another experience that he had, which makes it easier for him to now consider that this is the case. Now, you are not always going to have the benefit of this. Unfortunately, if you continuously run into somebody who is not willing to accommodate, it can feel like you're banging your head against a wall. And then we have what's called the backfire effect, which can start to become part of it, which we talked about in this playthrough, I believe, which is essentially where he's going to foxhole himself into his position, because it's very difficult to admit that you're wrong, because if you're worried in a position of power that you admit that you're wrong, you'll be excommunicated by your constituents or whatever, then you're not going to do it. And you're going to double down. I mean, the backfire effect is essentially an extreme form of assimilation. So it's a really tricky thing. Like, at some point, you're going to have to decide if you want to have boundaries or if you want to take matters into your own hands or whatever, but you're not responsible for forcing somebody to accommodate. The best that you can do is make as many unknown variables that are contributing to the lack of accommodation known. And so when Aloy talks about her eyewitness testimony, presents the seeds, and then the guy starts to put things together from his other experiences, makes it a little easier for him to lean into that. So it's a tricky thing, man. Like, the human brain is not always easy to work with. It can be a pain in the ass as it relates to preservation. Because again, at the end of the day, anything the brain is attempting to do is essentially make you survive. What is it when you retrace your logic to verify your preconceived notion of what happened? Is that accommodation? No, that would be probably more of a form of assimilation or maybe affirmation. Accommodation is where you literally change your preconceived notions or your schema of something as the result of having that dissonant experience. All right, so we're gonna go down to the unknown campfire. This is actually this is a really interesting quest line. I was not expecting that this is what we were gonna get out of this, but neat. Where's my bull? Wanna ride my bull? Get on my hog. It's not really a hog, is it? It's a bull. Kind of weird calling my bull a hog. She's a pretty one, though. Let's go. Yeah. 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 Wait a second. No? Okay. Well, I almost cheated on you, Bristleback. I almost did it. I'm about to ride a freaking dinosaur. As cool as you are, dinosaurs are cooler, so. Put it on, 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 put it on. Oh, God. Listen to my majestic steed gallop its way through the blight. Witness me.
Must be Summerwind. Where is Cal?
How do I get up on this contraption?
Hunter becoming the hunted.
Oh.
There's Cal. What's she holding?
Hi there.
So now everyone knows. It was only a matter of time once you went up that cliff.
You stood right next to the man whose wife you had murdered and told him to move on.
I never wanted any of this to happen.
Then why?
Calais sowed the seeds of discord. She wanted the Utaru to leave Plainsong, abandon our home. If that thought caught on, it would have been more destructive than any sickness or machine.
So you had her killed?
There is a natural order to all things. Growth, decay, death.
Yes, natural order. Yes, indeed. Uh-huh. When you're locked in, this is going to be the theme of this playthrough, is survival is the ultimate reinforcement mechanism. When you're locked in, when you spent your life in Plainsong, when you've bought into everything you ever could have been presented on as it relates to your survival in Plainsong relative to this crazy-ass environment that you live in, when you shut down the idea of opening your mind to other ideology that could potentially perpetuate that survival, and you clutch onto it as death knocks on your doorstep as you get older, you will be terrified of change. The reason is because change represents uncertainty. And I don't know how many old people you've met in your life, and I'm not saying this to slam old people, this is literally just a part of brain development. Many old people tend to become progressively more fearful of change as they get older, or at least averse to it. Part of the reason for that is because you've survived as long as you have with the things that reinforced that survival. And so when younger folks or new ideology comes along that runs dissonant to your schema of survival and the world at large, you are likely to freak out. Which is exactly what this woman did. And it will lead people at times to go to utter extremes as a means to keep that old style of stuff going. You do things like burn books and ban books and attack new emerging theories. You blame the system for ideology that makes you uncomfortable and do your best to regress that system as best you can to preserve your own anxiety. This is happening right now in the real world. People talk a big game about change, but at the end of the day are very afraid of it unless they are willing to lean into the discomfort that comes along with it. And so the fact that this woman resorted to the extreme of using her power and influence to get that other woman murdered because she was so threatened by what it was she had to offer, because, you know, God forbid other people catch on to that idea and think that it's actually kind of cool that maybe we move out of this godforsaken place that's surrounded by blight, and maybe we figure out a way to survive a world that's evolving past what it is that we're doing. That's going to freak her out. She's going to feel like the world's blowing past her. And then what? Now you're alone. And loneliness is antithetical to survival. So you have this whole psychological shitstorm that happens that leads a person to making a call like that. It is entirely logical why she would do that. And I just explained to you the entire psychology of why a person would go to that extreme. And she held the power to be able to try to cover that up. She felt nice and comfy with the idea that this person who's coming along, shifting the ideas and the preconceived notions of how the system should be. Like, she's dead. I don't got to worry anymore. That's picking up traction with the younger folks who are going to be voting, folks who are going to get excited about the idea that shit doesn't always have to be the way that it was, and that maybe as technology in the world advances, there's cool shit we can do that's a lot more better for the greater good. That type of self-preservation is real, man. That's why the Utaru ought to consider age and term limits on their chorus.
It's the way of the world. The tree cannot pick up its roots, so I stopped what was threatening us.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry it came to it. But it's over now.
I'm gonna make sure you pay for all the suffering you've caused.
Too late.
Eat some delicious berries, huh? Oh, what a weird spot for a choice. I don't even know really how to talk through. I don't know. That was pretty shitty.
You think you stopped Kalai's beliefs from spreading? But when people hear what you did, they'll cast aside the old ways even more.
No.
And you won't be around to do anything about it.
No! She needed to stand trial. Kalai deserves justice.
Kel thought that silencing Kalai would silence her beliefs. Prove her wrong. That will give Kalai justice.
It isn't much, but I want you to have this. As thanks. I won't have to spend the rest of my days wondering what happened to Kalai.
Blighted are the leaves. 3 of our people dead. And for what? I admit it. I never wanted you among us. But now, it seems I must thank you for revealing the rot that had taken hold here.
I'm sorry it had to happen this way.
At least with the rot removed, new growth can thrive.
Rock on, brother. Hell yeah. My man. Yes. Lean into it.
I'll make sure Kel's body is properly seen to. Kel's treachery will be a shock to many in Plainsong.
Not if they watch DrMick.
You've done enough for us, Outlander. Go while the roots are strong. I'll make sure Kel's body is properly seen to.
I'll plant Kalai's seed pouch in Plainsong. You made that possible. Kel would have gotten away with murder. If not for you, Aloy. I'll always be grateful you exposed Kel's treachery. I'll plant Kalai's seed pouch in Plainsong. You made that possible.
All right, boys. You're welcome. That was a good mission. I quite enjoyed that.
I've been made.
And just as sort of a final piece on talking about the assimilation accommodation thing, if you are listening to me talk about this and you're thinking to yourself like, well, wait a second, man, I don't want to be like this like ultra conservative, rigid old person. I don't want that. I want to stay progressive. I want to hear what the youngins have to say. I want to be open to new ideas. How do I do that, man? You gotta intentionally do it. You have to intentionally expose yourself to new ideas. You have to listen. You have to get more comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to recognize that wisdom is not the end-all be-all, nor is it the same as knowledge. That there are other experiences and people and realms of expertise that have something to offer that you can learn from. You have to intentionally expose yourself to that stuff. The tendency as we get older is to push ourselves into increasingly more homogenous and insular zones. So you got to branch out. You have to fight against that. You have to preserve your cognitive flexibility as best you can. You're going to lose some of it over time. But if you continue to be as intentional as you can about opening yourself up to possibilities and new ideas, you will find that cognitive flexibility is not as bad as you think. But when we speak in absolutes, that's where we run into big problems. You got to stay away from absolutes. Because yes, I agree. Change for the sake of change, not always great. Like, there are things that are worth preserving, but there are also things that are worth evolving and progressing. Progression doesn't have to be a dirty word. All right. I'm thinking. I can't do that one yet. I don't think so. Melee pit. Plowhorn override. I guess I'm where? Huh. I don't even know where I would find a plowhorn. So maybe I won't worry about that then. Oh, baby, can you hear the slot machines? I can hear them. I can hear the slot machines. Ding, 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 ding. Ching, 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 ching. Rattle, 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 rattle. I can hear them. Beautiful thing, man. Yeah, that's what I'm on my way to do right now. Let's see what these drones have to offer. Come on. Hey! What are we doing here?
Drone's reconnected now.
Good choice.
Whoa. That's not at all what I thought this was gonna be. What's this one? Yeah, load it up. Ooh, yeah. Give me this one. Yeah. That's badass.
Hey, Gaia. It's me.
Hello, Aloy. Did you wish to continue our discussion?
Nah.
I should be going.
I just wanted to remind you that it's me. Wait, why did that go away? Ah, boo. Alright, that's still neat. Alright. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We're gonna go to Vegas in part 15. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Part 15, baby. Gonna be fabulous. Thank you, my friends, for making it through part 14 with me. Cleaning up some loose ends out east before we make our trek down to Las Vegas. You knew this was coming. But man, we're going to go through that door and it's going to be badass. So I'm pumped about it. Thank you so much for your support of these playthroughs. It means the world to me. Please make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, follow the links down in the description, all that fun stuff. Tell your friends about these playthroughs if you think they'd enjoy them. You made it to the end. You're my favorite. So thank you. If you are binging this series and are excited to go through this door, I'll see you over there. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as we can. I appreciate you immensely. And I will catch you on the next one.